Thanks for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5 this Wednesday. I'm Jessica Porter.
And I'm Micah Smith. Glad you're with us. We begin with a growing protest on Denver's Auraria campus, calling for the release of a prominent immigrant rights activist now in U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody.
Today, ICE released this photo of Jeanette Vizquera in restraints taken Monday while her family says she was detained outside the Target where she works. We recognize that this image may be difficult to see, but we're sharing it to provide an unfiltered view at the experience of individuals in ICE custody.
There's a live look also at the protests on campus where demonstrators are demanding her release. ICE released a statement today saying Vizquera entered the U.S. illegally, received due process in immigration court, and now has a final deportation order. However, an emergency petition filed by Vizquera's legal team, obtained by Denver 7, claims ICE lacks legal grounds for her current detention. They argue the reinstated order is rife with procedural flaws dating back more than a decade.
Denver 7's Christian Lopez joins us live from the geoprocessing facility in Aurora. That's the same place where Vizquera is being held and also where others say that they were wrongfully detained.
Christian, you spoke with a Venezuelan man who was taken into custody just last month and was just recently released.
Yes, Jhonathan Chacón was detained at the Cedar Run Apartments last month. We spoke with his brother shortly after it happened. He had told us that Jhonathan had no criminal history and was in the middle of an asylum case. He has since been released, and we're hearing about his experience for the first time.
Una cosa muy desesperante. No duerme usted tranquilo. Más de eso, nunca apagan las luces ahí adentro. No sabe qué hora es, usted no ve nada.
Jhonathan Chacón says he feels grateful to have his freedom back.
TPS ID.
Last month, he was detained by ICE during a major federal law enforcement operation at his apartment complex, the Cedar Run Apartments. Officials had claimed they were targeting members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua.
Ignoraron los derechos de nosotros y nos llevaron detenidos a la fuerza.
A few days after he was detained, we spoke with his brother Luis, who maintained that Jhonathan had no criminal background and was in the middle of an asylum case. Luis never gave up in the fight to get his brother out.
Ni ellos sabían por qué se lo habían llevado. Ni ellos sabían, o sea, como que lo hicieron fue por maldad, pues.
Jhonathan says he was released from ICE custody last Tuesday after obtaining a lawyer and paying an $8,000 bond.
Súper bien, contento, dándole gracias a Dios porque me dio otra oportunidad de salir de ese encierro.
When they release people, it does indicate that ICE has determined they don't think somebody poses a risk to community safety or a flight risk.
We sat down with Elizabeth Jordan, who runs the Immigration Law Clinic at DU. She says under the Trump administration, officials are able to engage in what they call collateral arrest, meaning they can pick up anyone they believe has violated immigration laws.
I mean, I think you could draw some conclusions about whether this person ever needed to be detained or not, given the objectives of immigration detention and the decision the agency has made to release them back out.
Jhonathan and his brother say they wanted to share what happened to them to help dispel the narrative, painting all Venezuelans in a bad light.
Sí, me siento muy frustrado porque dígame quién corre por los daños psicológicos que le pasa a uno. Eso estar metido como si uno fuera un delincuente.
And Jhonathan says now that he has been released, he is focusing on continuing on his path to seeking asylum, and he's confident that his case will be approved. Reporting live from Aurora this evening, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Thank you, Christian.